Yeah, what's poppin' peeps? TopVersion787 here today with a game review for Minecraft Story Mode. Now, I'm just going to start this review off by saying I really do thoroughly enjoy and like this game. And I'll admit, even Kirby's Return to Dreamland, which is my favorite video game of all time, has something bad about it. I may not realize what is bad about it, but there is things bad about every game. But anyways, on to my review. Now, Minecraft Story Mode is a pretty popular game. I wouldn't think I would need to explain it, the story and how it works to you, just like I didn't have to with Smash Ultimate, but sadly enough, this game is not good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still seriously enjoy this game a lot. It's mainly three things. The first is lack of gameplay. 90% of what happens in Minecraft Story Mode is cutscenes. And only like 10% is gameplay. So that already knocks it down about to 5 out of 10 itself. Because gameplay is half of a video game, at least. Then the lack of content knocks it down again to about a 2. And what kind of saves it from being a 0 is that at least there is gameplay, even if there is very little. If the controls, while the pacing of everything is a bit too quick for you to get a hold of everything, the controls are really smooth and fluid. But the next big issue is, wait, have I already said the content? I don't think I have, so I'm just gonna continue. The lack of content is a huge issue. I mean, I know it's Minecraft Story Mode. You'd have to expect a story mode, and that is perfectly fine with me. What I don't like is that the story mode is the only thing. You can't even do multiplayer story mode or explore different characters' story modes. Like, I know I would love to play as Petra in her past story. I mean, I would find that to be really interesting. Or, well, you probably know who I'm talking about, those 5 legends: Ivor, Gabriel, Ellegaard, Magnus, and Soren. And, well, then there's only one more flaw, but these 3 flaws are so huge and so apparent, or at least apparent enough until the start of Chapter 4, where I am now. But this last flaw is that the characters, a lot of times, can be douchebags. I really love how a lot of these characters are made, but a lot of times they can just be completely out of character for reasons beyond to me. Like when Axel started being a complete dick to Lucas for no reason. I mean, why do you do that, dude? He didn't ever do anything to you. He tried to help you, actually. And then when Lucas got mad at Jesse for no reason, and that whole thing with the amulet, because he was wanting to hold it, and there wasn't even a reason given. And after that, he started being a douchebag. And sure, you can give him the excuse that it's because Petra wasn't doing so good, and he's a close fan of Petra. I mean, not fan, but close friend of Petra. But that doesn't give him the excuse to act the way he did, even if it is only a fictional character. And Magnus and Ellegaard, when they're both in the same place, it's like two 5-year-olds fighting. And that's not something you want to see from adults who once worked together to save to go on quests and defeat the most powerful creature in their world. It can really get on your nerves, and that bumps this game down too. In the end, I have to give this game a 1 out of 10. The cutscenes are what saves it all from being a 0. The cutscenes are thoroughly phenomenal, but sadly enough, mainly the lack of gameplay and content bring it down quite a lot, and then these terrible moments with the characters bring it down another peg from 2 out of 10 to 1 out of 10. And I feel genuinely sorry that I have to give it a 1 out of 10, because I really, really enjoy this game. But these flaws are just so heavy. While there are very few flaws, these flaws are so heavy and essential to every game to where without it, or with very little, it doesn't even feel like a game anymore. It feels like a movie mainly. And that's not something you want from a video game. It's able to keep my attention and interest and entertain me, but I'm not having fun because of the lack of gameplay. And then there's nothing else I can do to have fun because there's no extra content. I can't enjoy the characters a lot of times because they're being douchebags. And for the gameplay, well, I'll give an example of what it could have done. And I'm going to give the example of Mortal Kombat 9, aka Complete Edition. Basically, you had the story mode, and 35% of it only was cutscenes. 65% was gameplay. That's what kept it interesting and compelling along with fun. You got to play the game more of the time, but you still had those moments to see what actually happened. And it had other modes like arcade, the test your might stuff, the challenges, PvP. I mean, that is the kind of content and gameplay that could make this game so much better. And I'm not saying that you have to turn it into a fighter and do exactly that. I'm just saying more content other than this one single story mode. At least give us the option to explore story modes for different characters. And sadly enough, as it stands, as much as I hate to do this, I have to give Minecraft story mode a 1 out of 10. Anyways, guys, this has been Typhlosion787. Please do not leave comments telling me to end my own life or anything in the comments, because that is just disrespectful and completely uncalled for over stupid opinion of a game. And yet again, this has been Typhlosion787, and I'm at a house. Bye.